Hi, welcome to this afternoon's game. We're playing a smaller game today, only on a 6x4 table rather than our usual 10x4 or 6x6. And we're doing the final culmination of the Battle of Ligny. So we have the French Imperial Guard and Heavy Cavalry divisions attacking the final Prussian defences at Ligny, and this was a breakthrough by Napoleon and brought him victory, or at least partial victory, in the battle itself, as his guard smashed the centre of the Prussian line. So the objective for Charlie, who's playing the Prussians, is to hold the village and hold the French off for as long as possible.
How long is that, like 12 turns?
Yeah, 12 turns would be a strategic victory for you, Charlie, and a tactical victory if you hold us off for 10 turns. Right, let's just have a look at the units. As we pan across the Prussian lines, we can see the right-hand side here is held by some Westphalian Landwehr. These Landwehr are Kalp figures. Then, as we pan across, again we've got some Kalp figures here. These are Prussian Fusiliers and Musketeers. We're going to make this a veteran brigade to give Charlie a better chance of holding the village. And then we move across to the left. We've got another brigade, the Lutzow units, and again with a regular musketeer battalion as the third unit in that formation. Facing off against them, we have the French.
The French cavalry won't be able to do too much because there's only one hedge it can get through, so it can just block it up.
Yeah, it's quite tight, so the French cavalry will be more for exploiting the victory. So we've got 3 regiments of cuirassiers here.
I could just block them up and then they won't be able to do anything, would they?
Then we move across, and we've got the oldest of the old guard here. We've got the first chasseurs, the first grenadiers, and supported by the second battalion of the first, and the second battalion of the first grenadiers. So four battalions of old guard. Then we've got some unformed, and they'll have some casualties on. These are the remnants, I think it's of Girard's corps that was attacking Ligny before the guard went in. So we've got just some weak battalions there that have just pulled back from assaulting. And then finally on the right, we have the second and third chasseurs and grenadiers, or actually third and fourth. So we've got 2 regiments of middle guard grenadiers, and 2 regiments of middle guard chasseurs, all Perrys, all the French figures, supported by the French old guard artillery, 12-pounder battery there.
Luckily, I didn't have old guard artillery though. I mean cavalry.
Yeah, I don't have the old guard cavalry, so here we've got Napoleon with his
should we say if
escort squadron of chasseurs.
And we can say if I do kill Napoleon, I will win.
Right, so we'll just pull back. So a really elite French force, probably twice as strong as the Prussians.
But the Prussians do have good.
Russians have reasonable troops, they've got a good defensive position, got to hold the French off for 12 turns. Hope you enjoy the game. Okay, so we'll start turn 1, we're rolling for ADCs. We've both got 4 brigades. As I've got Napoleon on the table, I'm getting a bonus ADC. So the French do remarkably badly and only roll 3 successful ADCs. How many have you got, Charlie?
3. You only get 2.
I only get 2 rather, 2 ADCs, and Charlie gets 3. Alright, let's allocate those ADCs and then roll for activation. Okay, so we've placed our ADCs. I've put an ADC on each of my guard brigades, and Charlie's put an ADC on his artillery brigade. Actually, from next turn, Charlie, we'll give you an extra dice and you can have an artillery brigade as well. So Charlie's artillery, although it's behind the village, is just there to represent its deployment on the hills overlooking Ligny. So it can shoot over the buildings at the French targets, but will always be firing at long range during the games. The old guard artillery was positioned on the left flank for the assault on the village, and is where it appears on the table. Alright, let's roll for activation. We'll do the French first. We'll start with the old guard brigade in front of my artillery battery by Charlie. We get a 1, so they're hesitant, but they do have a reroll. They're active.
The cavalry.
No, I'm going to go down the line. Girard's brigade in the centre, active. The other Old Guard brigade, hesitant, with a reroll, hesitant, and then my cavalry brigade is active.
That's
So
quite
unfortunately,
bad.
not a great start for me. One of my guard brigades is hesitant.
So my lander, I don't get a reroll.
You don't get a reroll for any of your troops.
My cavalry.
Okay.
Hesitant. I don't really need them that much right now. Lander, active.
Yeah.
My infantry here, active. Do my
So
artillery stop? Can I roll for my artillery stop to see if it goes off? Yes, it does.
Okay, and then your final brigade?
Active.
Okay, so the...
Both -1?
We're both at -1. Let's roll for initiative. Yeah, initiative. French roll a 3. Prussians got a 7. Was that? Alright. We'll kick off. Prussians get first turn. Okay, so we've done movement. Because my middle guard were hesitant, they've not moved forward and my guns are still massed. Gerard's brigade has formed itself up, and Charlie we did some pre-game casualties on them, so they're all suffering 3 or 4 casualties, but they've now formed up and could start moving forward next turn. And the Old Guard on this side have again moved up to Charlie's position. The cuirassiers failed to remember to charge in time, and Charlie told me again that I should remember the rules, so the cuirassiers haven't charged.
But the one big thing about this game, if you do lose a combat at the village, you will fall back off the table. So if I win 2 engagements and you fall back, I will take out 2 Old Guard troops.
So Charlie, your turn for firing. Let's get started.
I'm going to shoot my artillery with artillery assault. And your middle guard battalion here.
Just get the tables.
The specific one, so I can do bounce through onto your artillery.
Okay, yeah, sure. So firing, which battery?
Actually, can I shoot that battery at him?
If you will, but you won't get bounced through.
Onto Napoleon.
No, Napoleon's not really. I think you can't shoot at generals in this game.
But I'll get bounced. I'll shoot this one into, so I'll get bounced. 7. I do have artillery assault, so what does that do?
7 is a half casualty. Oh no, you roll, don't you? 4, 5 or 6 to cause a casualty? No.
But I do have...
Artillery assault, so that's 2 extra dice, and you need 4, 5s or 6s to cause casualties. No, nothing.
Now I'm going to shoot my other artillery guy at the same battalion.
No, you have to fire it at the closest target.
I need to fire my bounce through.
Okay.
To do a casualty then.
Okay.
I will roll for this guy shooting at him.
Okay.
6 is half casualty. To do a casualty.
Okay.
And bounce
2 artillery. You can get artillery assault against both batteries by just doing it once because it's an artillery brigade.
2 more.
So that's 3 casualties on the middle card, and then the bounce through. Yeah.
1 casualty, so that's taken 2. That's taken
3, and the other battery and the other brigade took
0.
All right, we'll mark those casualties up. Okay, firing the skirmishers. So you've got 3 bases. That's 3 dice, needing 5s or 6.
Wouldn't it get 1 more
firing
with
at
their
the
rifles?
cuirassiers. No, they're not. They're just normal skirmishers.
Why didn't you get normal skirmishers for the Prussians then? 1 casualty.
Okay, so 1 casualty on the cuirassiers. Any other firing, Charlie?
From the built-up area, it's going to shoot at the Old Guard.
Okay, 3 dice, Old Guard.
1 casualty.
Okay, and then from the other built-up area?
Can I shoot the same one?
No. No, I think they have to fire at that one.
2 casualties.
2 casualties, and then from this one.
He's going to volley you. Oh no.
So they're all in built-up areas.
1 casualty.
1 casualty. All right. Not a bad round of shooting, Charlie. We'll mark the casualties up on the card. Yep, so Charlie's done a reasonable number of casualties against the guard. They are going to fire back. These only count as inferior volleys because they are moving troops. Charlie, could you give me a red dice? Because I do get a combat dice for being elite, and these 4 battalions are all elite. So we'll start with the first one on the left, firing at the guys with the white flag. That's 1 casualty, 4 won't do anything. And then the other brigade is another casualty, and a 6 for an inferior volley is 1, so that's 3 casualties on the white flagged unit.
Why? 6 is not 3 casualties.
No, 6 is 1 casualty.
Yes.
The casualty dice caused a bonus casualty.
No,
and then the
6 is half casualty.
No, it's not for an inferior volley. Come and have a look on the table.
Inferior volley?
Yeah, and then finally this battalion here is going to fire into that built-up area, And that is an 8. Inferior volley 8 is 2 casualties. Ah, but I halve them. I do halve them. So that goes down to 1 with 1 bonus casualty.
So no, these two have 0. Because you didn't halve them.
Yeah, but the casualty dice will go through, I think. So it's 1 on both battalions. All right, that's the French firing, and we'll move on to turn 2.
Nope.
All right, we're now rolling for ADCs in turn 2. Both get 5 ADC rolls. So for the French, better this time. I've got 4. For the Prussians,
got 3.
so you're going to keep artillery assault on your artillery brigade. So with 4 for the French, I'm going to have a think. Yeah, so the French have allocated their ADCs. I'm putting infantry assault on the old guard brigade, and I put a re-roll on my middle guard brigade.
So the Prussians.
The Prussians have gone for infantry assault. So let's do the activations.
No, they haven't gone for infantry assault.
Artillery assault, sorry, yeah.
So the Lander Battalion, active. Oh, the cavalry, active. That goes off. My elite battalion, active. My last battalion, mostly Land Battalion, active. And my artillery
brigade, the most important one.
If we reroll. Yes,
active. So everything's active for Charlie. All right, I'll start with my middle guard. Hesitant, but they've got a re-roll. They're active this turn. Gerard's brigade. Hesitant. The old guard, active.
Yeah.
And the old guard cavalry, active. All right.
Two brigades really wanted to be hesitant.
Yeah. So I'm just hesitant with Gerard's brigade though, aren't I, Charlie? All right, let's roll for initiative. I'm at -1 because I've got 1 hesitant brigade. Sorry for shaking the camera. I've got 5 initiative, Charlie. It's got 8. So the Prussians, I nearly said the British, Prussians get to go first. Charlie, any movement for you or charges? Okay, so it's hotting up now. We have 3 charges from the French. 2 old guard battalions are charging into both of the built-up areas. And they've both got a battalion in support, and the French cuirassiers are charging Charlie's skirmishers behind the hedge line and potentially on through his supporting battalion behind them. All right, let's start with Charlie's defensive volleys, starting with the veterans. So that'll be a superior volley. But they're in a built-up area, aren't they? So
it's 3 dice.
So it'll be 3 dice.
Yeah. It's only if you take skirmishes that loses 1. Superior volley just does nothing. But does it gain a dice?
Right. Target is...
It doesn't matter what the target is, Dad.
Skirmishers are in cover, yeah, so it makes no difference. Yep, so 3 dice for the
Would you get
white
another
battalion.
one? Can I get superior volley?
Well, you can get a supporting volley from the green battalion if you like.
1 casualty. So they're on 3 now.
Okay, and then the supporting battalion. They've got to fire at the supporting brigade. They missed anyway.
This
Lutzo's battalion, yeah, 3 against the charging battalion.
1 casualty.
Yeah.
My skirmishers, to see their test is. Okay, they do get to shoot.
Yeah, so 3 dice against the cuirassiers. 2 casualties.
They should have 3 now. I forgot to.
Yeah, because we didn't put it on, did we? So that's 3 casualties against the cuirassiers. And you can fall back ahead of the charge with your skirmishers. So the guard have gone in, they haven't had to take discipline tests, and we don't take charge results for charging into built-up areas. They automatically go in, so that'll be into pretty vicious hand-to-hand combat later on in the turn. The cuirassiers have driven off the skirmishers, but can't charge through into Charlie's supporting battalion because their formation is too wide, and even though they're veterans, they can't reform during a charge, so they will have to change formation next turn to try and charge through that wheat field. All right, we're now on to normal movement for Charlie and the French. Okay, so cracking on with artillery fire. Charlie's 2 batteries firing at long range from the hills overlooking Ligny. Who are they targeting this turn, Charlie?
This battalion.
The right-hand one?
Yeah. Well, if they're shut down there, will they get bounced into that one?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so just having a look at the table. They're at long range, so you don't get a bonus for them being in column. All right, so long range, roll 2 dice.
Okay. 3.
That'll be a fatigue casualty.
But you get to roll 2 dice.
But you get 2 dice for the artillery effect. Nothing?
Yes. 1 casualty in that. Artillery has been useless that.
No, the bounce through would be against the infantry battalion
yeah.
behind them, not against the artillery.
So my other gun, can I shoot the same target?
Yeah.
Yes, 11, that's more like it.
Okay, so that's 2 casualties and a discipline test.
-1, Dad.
Okay, and
But
then
2 more
two
dice.
more dice for a...
No.
And then a bounce through.
It's 1 casualty on them. But you rather
All right.
discipline test?
Let's mark the casualty. Well, yeah, I'll do the discipline test and then we'll mark the casualty up. 7, but -1, but we're elite, so that'll be +2. So we pass the discipline test and can keep advancing. Let's mark those casualties up. Okay, so just taking a look from the Prussian lines, the Landwehr battalion supporting the troops in the village is just in range. So Charlie's going to volley the foremost unit of Young Guard with those. Let's let rip, Charlie.
7.
7. What's 7 for a volley?
It's no bonuses.
Standard, yeah, standard line, no bonuses. Bottom table, Charlie.
2 casualties.
2 casualties. Let's mark them up. That's quite a few casualties on that guard battalion. I think they've already got a casualty marker, Charlie.
No.
Oh no, they haven't. It's the first, isn't it?
No,
Oh,
they
no,
already did. I put a casualty marker on them.
No, that was that one there. It's the one next to it because you were firing at the one, so you got the bounce through to the artillery battery, not the one at the far right hand side of the line. Okay, I think then it's time for French firing and anything else before we move on to combat. Okay, French return firing. There's not much, but the old guard artillery are going to start doing some counter battery fire against Charlie's artillery on the hill. So it'll be a long range shot. 8 at
-2
long
is
range
6.
is 6, so that's half a casualty. 1, yeah, that's 1 casualty on the first of those artillery batteries. And then the old guard or middle guard battalion, so they're veterans who are moving up against the Landwehr infantry, are going to respond to being followed this turn. They get a 9.
-2 is 6.
So that'll be inferior.
-2 because they're in cover.
-1 for being in cover. So that's a 9. That goes down to an 8. So that's 2 casualties on the Landwehr. All right.
But inferior volley.
Yeah. For inferior volley, on an 8 is 2 casualties. All right. We'll mark those up, and then we'll get into some gruesome, brutal hand-to-hand combat in the villages for the first time. Okay, we'll start the hand-to-hand combats. We'll start in the village here. I've got 3 casualties, and Charlie, you've got 1. All right, so I don't think that does anything. So we both start with 5 dice.
So
Elite infantry get +1.
But -1 for
Fighting in a built-up area.
No, we're same ranking.
I know I'm elite, you're veteran, so I get 1 more dice.
Oh no.
I think that's it, Charlie.
I just get 5 dice and you
And
get
I get
6.
6. Yeah, it's not, even though they're old guard, this is far from a foregone conclusion.
But the thing
Right.
is, if I do get a second round, I think I will win because I get 3 battalions.
You do get 3 battalions in. Okay, let's
And they're
roll.
all elite.
That's not a bad roll. I've got 4 casualties.
3 or higher.
And
4.
you've got 4, so it's a draw. So we do have the option of going into a second round. I'll have a think about that. Alright, so the guard chose to retire because in the second round of combat Charlie would have had 3 battalions into that village and that would have picked up 15 dice and the guard would have been on 11, so not looking too good for the guard. In fact, Charlie would only be on 14 dice, but still the guard would only be on 11, so we're taking caution there. Here we're now going to be assaulting
It's the same
this
because
part of the village.
it's the exact same because
Yeah, it will be. I've got 6. You're not veterans though, so I get 1 extra dice because I'm 2 morale
that was the
grades
exact same above you, but
You're regular.
you lose 1 built-up area.
Yeah, so I start with 5. I'm elite, so I'm 2 grades above you.
Yeah, but -1.
-1 for built-up
So
area.
just 6.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was I only on 5 on the last one?
Wait, you did it wrong.
I'm an elite, but no, but you also get 1 for being an elite battalion. That's why. So it should have been 6. This time it is 7.
But I would have got 1 more because I was elite battalion too.
No, you're veterans.
Oh.
Yeah, these ones are regulars. That's pretty good. That's 5. Wow, I only won by 1. My God, we are causing carnage to one another. Okay, we'll think about what happens in the second round here. as Charlie just said, this is a good trap, Daddy, and it's right. He has also got 3 battalions from the way he's deployed here. He can then throw into this village against only 2 of mine.
Are you going to do it?
But I do have a better chance here because I am elite against regulars.
But I do have the elite battalion still there.
So I'm just going to have a think about how many dice
I do have another elite battalion there.
They're not. They're just.
No,
that's veteran.
Enough. You said that.
Veteran.
You said that. So they are still a good battalion.
So I get 5 for the attacking battalion. It's now taken 6
casualties.
7.
So you get 14 dice. Minus 1 is
13 dice.
So I get 5. That's minus 1 is 4. Add 5 is 9. Add 5
is 14.
14. Are you gonna do it?
God, this is hard. I think we might retire again, because then I think what I'm going to do is charge with my cuirassiers and tie up his other battalion so he won't be able to reinforce with 3 next turn. So again, I'm going to retire and try and be a bit more cautious than I usually am and see whether I might be able to outsmart the Super General Charlie. Alright, we'll see what happens in the next turn. Alright, we're on turn 4. The clock is rapidly ticking away, and despite assaulting an old guard brigade, we haven't made much progress? Any progress against the village. I'm going to have more hope this turn. I'm going to try and get all my brigades assaulting at the same time, see if Charlie can cope with that. So let's roll for ADCs, Charlie. We both get 5. Looking for a high roll for the French. 3 ADCs, that's not great.
What a horrible thing is, that won't change anything if you charge them, because those 2 will still be able to go in the combat.
This is true. Come on, roll for your ADCs. You've got 4.
So I'm going to put 1 on them, just to make sure they are active so that they don't get to -1, so I want them to be active.
Right.
I'm going to put 3 on my artillery.
Okey-doke.
Artillery assault.
That's quite wise, Charlie. With my 3, I'm going to put infantry assault on my middle guard with a reroll, because I need to be assaulting here. And I'm going to trust to luck with the rest of them. Alright.
What about your cavalry, Dad? Do you want your
no, I'm not going to do it with my cavalry. Alright, so rolling from my middle guard. Thank God I put the reroll on them. No, they're hesitant.
That's a waste of
Gerard's brigade is active. My old guard brigade is active. My cavalry are active.
That's cogged. It's on the base.
Alright. My cavalry is hesitant, so I'm at -2. So my initiative is 8, which will go down to 6.
Would you roll for me?
Yep, let's roll for you, Charlie. 4. So where you're allocating 3, so oh yeah, you've done your allocations.
My
cavalry brigade?
Cavalry, yep.
Hesitant.
I'm fine with that.
My Lambert, hesitant.
Fine with that.
Your brigade in the middle?
Yep.
Reroll. Oh, hesitant. Oh, this has been a bit unlucky. Active with your
this is the one I need
most
to be.
important one.
But tell you why it's horrible for you. You're not going to attack them because it'll be the same trap again. So you don't really want to. You're not going to really attack them, are you?
Active.
3, the active.
All right. And the roll for initiative, I got a 6.
I got
4. French have the initiative at last. All right.
But they can't do anything because everything's hesitant. You can't do anything because everything's hesitant.
We'll see, Charlie. We'll see. Okay, so we've completed movement for turn 4. The cuirassiers have changed their formation, so they are now wide enough to be able to fit through this gap and potentially assault Charlie's troops.
Everything's inferior because you just formed.
So the old guard have deployed 2 battalions in line to start volleying the Prussians, starting weakening them while we move ourselves out from hesitant and get more attack formations up. In the centre, Gerard's brigades have moved forward, and again deployed into line to start providing some fire support against the Prussians in the centre.
Nearly no one has casualties at the front.
Alright, let's start doing some firing with the French. Alright, opening fire with the French. These are all inferior volleys as they've deployed, so this first battalion is a 6. It's -1 because Charlie is in cover, so that's down to a 5. And then it's halved, which will be nothing. Okay, but the 5 does cause 1 casualty.
Why does he get a 5?
Because he gets a combat dice for being elite.
But he's...
Second battalion does a 6, -1 is 5, halved is nothing. Then the veteran battalion on the far side, he won't get a combat dice. Yeah. he gets a 9. An inferior volley
Minus 1, 7.
is 1 and a discipline test.
No, minus 1 is 7.
No, it's 9. So minus 1 is 8. So it's 1 casualty.
Okay.
And then the 2 battalions in column.
Can I roll their test quickly?
No, they don't have a discipline test actually, Charlie. And I won't fire the 2 battalions in column because it'll be halved and halved again for being in column. All right, so that's the extent of the French firing. We'll do some counter battery firing. We'll do a counter battery fire.
If you were the British, you'd be destroying me.
8 at long range is 6. That's half a casualty against your artillery battery. 1 casualty against the right-hand artillery battery.
At least they can still use artillery assaults.
Yeah. Okay, so Charlie, you're firing.
Artillery assault is going to fire that battalion. Hopefully get bounced through. And maybe
What, the one in which battalion is that battalion?
Shooting that bounce.
Okay.
So I might destroy that battalion. You never know.
4. No, that'll be nothing.
But
right.
2 more dice. 2 more dice.
Why?
Artillery assault.
Okay, yeah, 1 casualty.
And they get.
And then the bounce through. Nothing. Then the other artillery battery. 4 is nothing again.
2 dice for artillery.
1 casualty. And bounce through.
1 casualty.
1 casualty.
So
okay.
I'll get some good. Oh, and I've got to shoot these guys from the built-up area.
Yeah.
Firing at them. 2 casualties. The same one's going to fire at the same at this one actually.
The green ones have to fire at them. Yeah.
2 more casualties. You're getting batter these guys by the Prussian troops. This one's going to volley at you there.
Yeah, that's a standard volley.
7.
That's 2 casualties.
Okay.
Could you mark them up, Charlie?
Yep. 2.
Isn't it that guy who's standing up? Isn't he their casualty marker, Charlie?
Oh yeah. 2 casualties.
Okay, I think that's it. Oh, you got some firing down here as well, Charlie.
Yeah.
This battalion down here.
This one.
Yeah.
It's going to fire at him.
Yeah.
1 casualty.
No, you got 4.
No, 4 because it's like skirmish fire, but because they're infantry, they need 4s or higher.
No, it's 5s.
Like artillery. No, we've done it every single time 4s.
No, it's 5s. It's for casualty dice, it's 4s, but for firing out of built-up areas, it's just the same as skirmisher fire, so it's 5s.
Oh, I forgot to show you my movements. I'm not going to do it.
All right, so that's the end of turn 4.
Yeah.
I think, Charlie, yeah?
Yes.
Yep, on we go with turn 5. Okay, so rolling for ADCs in turn 5 for the French. Still not doing great, only 3 ADCs for me. And for Charlie?
So I thought I'd use more dice.
He gets all 5 again.
I'm going to put 3 dice on my artillery.
Yeah.
And 1 of my cavalry up there, because it always are hesitant.
Yeah.
And this battalion up here.
So the middle brigade is not having a reroll?
No.
Okay.
So my cavalry
okay.
is active.
Yeah.
And
there? Hesitant.
My centre battalion, hesitant.
Right.
That battalion, active. Artillery assault goes off.
So you've got 2 hesitant brigades?
Yeah.
The Lambert and the central one. All right. Okay, so I've put infantry assault on my middle guard battalion.
I think it's a really grave mistake about your cavalry.
Well, we'll see. So that goes off on the middle guard, on Gerard's brigade, active, the old guard, active, and my cavalry, active. Everything's active, Charlie. You're on -2. The French might get initiative. Yes, they will, and on 11.
Yeah, I can't.
Definitely got initiative. Right, on we go. French charges, turn 11. All right, turn 5. French are still pushing hard for victory. So the cuirassiers have charged in against Charlie's battalion behind the hedge. They've got a chance to form square because I started over 9 inches away. We will just measure that.
Do I volley first?
No, you have to decide whether you're going to form square first. I'm just telling everyone what we've done.
And
then the old guard have charged in line against this battalion. They've charged in the centre. Gerard's brigade has charged an infantry battalion in to take out one of Charlie's supports, and the middle guard have also charged. So, whole welter of charges going in.
See if I form
We'll just measure the distance, Charlie, because you have to be more than 9 inches away.
I think
you're up to form square. Yes, it can. So you can. Are you going to try and form square?
Yeah.
So discipline test.
7. They form square.
They form square.
And I get inferior volley.
Hang on a second, we'll just form them into square and then we'll do your defensive volleys. Okay, so Charlie successfully formed square. He will now do his defensive volley. This will be an inferior volley because he's changed formation. So fire away, Charlie. 7. Inferior volley is 1 casualty on the charging cuirassiers.
Better than nothing.
Better than nothing indeed.
This volley?
The Lutzow battalion, that'll be a standard volley because they're a standard battalion. Oh yes, 3 dice because it's out of a built-up area.
2 casualties.
2 casualties. So that will have an effect on the command, on the... I know because we charge in automatically, don't we, Charlie? So it has no effect on the charge. We'll just put a marker down. We'll do the casualties in a second.
Now
so
this
2.
one.
Again, yeah.
3 dice.
Oh, 2 casualties.
Oh, they're on 7. If they had one more, you're so lucky. If you had one more, they would have to get a -2.
Yeah.
Shoot this one at them. I think they might lose it because I only did 2 casualties. Yeah, they get minus. Oh no, they don't. You're so close to all. They all have 7 casualties at the front.
Okay, and then you've got a standard volley from your Landwehr. 7. So a standard volley is 2 casualties on the middle guard.
Oh, this one's 7, nearly 7. He has 6 casualties.
Right.
So if I had one more, the whole front line will have 7 except one guy.
All right, so now we do have to do a couple of charge resolutions because not everything is into built-up areas.
So the square is my favourite.
We've got the square one first. So Charlie,
I'm going to attach my general.
You can attach your to that combat, not the one in this. Oh yeah, I suppose it doesn't matter, does it?
No, because
so
I have to have
attaching
victory.
him to the square. All right.
I don't think you should because he has a good chance of dying in it, and you don't want to have a faulty settlement.
No, he's only got 5 casualties, and I do want to break your square. So I'm
no,
throwing
Dad.
my
It's
general in.
if you lose a combat.
I know. We're going to go. I'm putting him in.
Okay.
So let's roll.
See what was last.
I get a 5.
4.
4.
So +2 for being a square.
Yes.
4.
+1 for having your general.
Yep. So that's 7. You. I
am veteran, so that's +1 to me.
Okay. 6. Yep.
And +1 for my general.
Mhm. Yeah.
I am heavy cavalry, +1. That's it. I only suffered 1 casualty in the charge, but I've got 5 so -1.
No, you didn't suffer 1. You suffered 2.
I suffered 1. I was on 4.
But
I'm sure you only suffered 1.
when you were going over the bush.
Yeah, that doesn't count as the charge though, does it? That was movement.
Okay.
So, what was I on? Have you taken 1 off?
Now I have. We're both on 7. You fall back.
Okay, so charge results: cavalry versus square, 0 to 2. Cavalry retire, square loses 1 casualty. Cavalry lose 1
because these guys are
casualty.
falling behind. Do they fall back too?
I think they possibly do both fall back behind the other unit. So
but then
we'll have a
that one will fall back off the table first.
No, I think there's enough space for them. They'll be fine.
That one.
So how many casualties have the middle guard taken now, Charlie?
6, and I did 2 on them.
All right. So, I could have done a re-roll actually, but I don't think I would have won against the square, so I don't want to. But I probably will on this one. 12. Wow, that's good.
You do get a...
And you get a destiny test, don't we?
No, you do.
Yeah.
8, that's
8.
close. So, you took 2 casualties in the charge, -1.
Yeah, and I'm on more than 4 casualties, -1. So I'm on 10. I'm veteran.
Yeah.
And you are Landwehr, so
you're
you're reservists.
No,
so you're normal because you haven't taken 4 casualties yet. But I do get 1 for being veteran, so that takes me back up to 5. Okay. I think that's
I have a
it for
support.
me.
I do have a support.
You have a support if you want to use it, which is that one in the village.
No.
The one behind the river's too far away.
No, it isn't. Oh, no, it is. They're from a different town, so they wouldn't be able to do it anyway.
That's right, you've got to be from the same brigade. Well remembered, Charlie. So, yeah, I think you're just on...
But
what did you roll? You rolled a 4, didn't you?
I rolled...
No, you haven't rolled yet. Oh, yes, you have. What did you roll?
I rolled... At the start, I rolled 8.
Yeah.
+1.
For being...
Oh, I forgot it now. I don't think you had a +1.
I don't think you do.
No.
You just get whatever you roll, Charlie.
Oh, I rolled this because I don't think I moved them. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. I'll give you a 9. You've only got 1 casualty, so no adjustments for that. All right, so I got 11, you got 9. I've won by 2. So charge result, 1 to 2. I melee with Alan, you melee unformed. All right, that's our charge resolution. We're on to melee or firing. Which one comes first, Charlie? Firing, I think.
It's movement.
Oh, it's normal movement.
But you did your movement whilst you're doing charges.
No,
so
I haven't.
Movement.
I haven't. I've got the.
You did. You said you're doing movement and charges.
Yeah, but I haven't done the young guard, the middle guard over there, which I was going to do. All right, I'll just move those. Okay, so French fire. Our artillery battery is going to do some counter battery fire against Charlie. An 8 at long range against deployed artillery is -2, so that's a 6. That's half a casualty against your artillery, Charlie. Let's see what we get. Another casualty. How many casualties are they now on? Is that 3?
3, yeah.
All right, 1 more, and they won't be able to do assault fire on that.
But they still will be able to use it because they'll be able to use it on the other one.
That's true. All right, I think that's all my firing.
Yeah, because everything's charged.
No, I think Gerard's brigade can... Yeah, everything else is charged and is in combat, so there's nothing actually to fire at. So, all right, Charlie, it's your turn. Any firing from you?
You just skipped my movement, though.
All right, are you going to do any movement, Charlie?
Yes, I'm going to move this one over there. Actually, I'm going to keep them with the hedge. I was going to move my... Okay, they're stuck. I'm going to do my shooting. So I'm going to...
Right.
I'm going to fire this artillery.
Yeah, you can't fire against the units that are in combat.
Against that one, because the combat ended, so I can still technically shoot at them.
No, you can fire at the cavalry.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was pointing at the cavalry.
Yeah, you can fire at the cavalry.
So how many casualties do they have? They have 6. Okay, that's a good target then.
So long range.
Did you have artillery assault? 10.
Okay.
With the first battery.
That's 2 casualties in a discipline test.
-2 in the discipline test. I need to roll these 2.
One more.
One more. The next gun.
Yeah.
Is your discipline test.
Okay.
4 -2 is...
2 plus 1 for being veteran.
Is...
So they flee, I think. They don't like that. Oh, I've got to do my destiny test for rolling my double 6 as well, don't I? But for my discipline test, 3 or less, retreat. So those ones are gone.
You are so lucky. They would have routed because of my artillery.
Ah, but they've now retreated off table. All right, what did I get my double 6 on, Charlie? It was a charge result, wasn't it?
Charge is...
It was against your Lambert battalion over there.
That count.
So 2.
Oh, God, I remember that one.
The approaching brigadier is thrown from his horse, loses his discipline and flees on foot. Opposing brigade falters. Okay, so the Landwehr
the really
are
high
faltering.
one and really low one is...
Are really bad, aren't they? So you're now faltering for the...
Not for you, but for the other.
Yeah, for the other side. All right, we'll just go and put the falter markers down, and I've got to take my cuirassiers off. Okay, last bit of shooting. Charlie's Landwehr behind the hedge line at the far end of the table are going to volley that middle guard regiment.
That is 7.
This will be for a standard
I
volley.
think there's definitely a casualty.
Yes, it will be. A 7 is 2 casualties actually on the guard.
Oh, 5.
All right, so now on to some really critical combats. Hopefully more in favour of the guard this time.
Should we start this side from the...
Yeah.
From Jerome?
I need to put the casualty marker down.
Wait, is it Jerome's brigade?
No, Gerard's.
Gerard's brigade.
We'll start here and work our way across.
Okay.
So we've got the old guard going against Lutzau's battalion.
So 5 dice for me, and that's it. You get...
5 dice for me.
7 dice, I remember it. You get 7 dice.
Yeah, I get 1 for being elite, 2 for being a morale grade, 2 morale grades above you,
But
and I lose 1 for a built-up area.
2 casualties from the charge.
And I took... No, it's only in the charge test.
So there you go, 7.
7, you're right. All right, okay, in we go.
I want reinforcements to arrive.
And you get 3 casualties.
And I get 2.
2. Right, let's mark those up. You're now on... Oh, you should have lost a dice actually, Charlie, because you were on...
Sorry.
Don't worry.
But I do get another battalion in this, so I'm happy.
So you're going to do another round of combat, Charlie?
Yeah, I'm going to do it.
So am I.
Well, I have to, because I really need to win.
So I get 4 dice. I get 1 more dice, but I lose 1 for being 4. And then I get...
he has 6 casualties, he's very weak.
Okay, so I get 7 for the front one, and I get 8 for the second one, minus 1, 7. So I get another lot of 7 dice. So I get 2 lots of 7 dice.
I get 4 dice, and I get 5 dice.
Okay.
I have to do this, or...
You lose the village, don't you?
But no, I have to defend any of the village, and I win. You have to control all of the village.
Yeah, I've got to kick you out of the village. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll still win if I control the centre at the end. So.
Yeah. All right, let's roll. So I got this twice. So I do 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. So I've done 8 dice.
1.
Okay.
1. At least there's some casualties on the way out. Oh!
And 5.
6. 5.
So 4.
1, 2.
Another 4.
I'm putting another
2 on each, yeah.
Yeah, 2 more. Oh, this one has 8 casualties,
right.
and that one has 7.
Okay,
they won,
so quite damaged.
No, they won, but I can kick them out straight away with those 2 battalions, who are very healthy.
Well, no, because they've taken 8 casualties.
No, that one can go
So
out.
that one is destroyed, because it's already on 8, so it takes half of the extra, so it takes another 4.
Yeah, but 8...
And then the other one takes another 4.
Oh, that one's true, but remember these 2 dads, they're very healthy battalions.
Yeah, they're veteran.
And you have 7.
But they were the ones reinforcing, though, weren't they?
Yeah, but you have 7 casualties and you have 8.
Yeah, I get that. Right, let's mark up the casualties. Drew.
So then I would win the village.
So far so good for the French. The Guard have finally managed to capture the village, but those 2 old Guard battalions have taken 7 and 8 casualties.
Oh, but just say that one's not going to get in.
Enormous prize.
That one's not going to get in. They're healthy. They've nothing casualties, and it's another support.
I know. But you have to decide which support to throw into.
Actually, can I get this one to there? Because they're more likely.
You can do it.
Yeah, because they're more likely to lose. Because they're more likely to lose. Whilst that one's healthy, and it's probably going to beat that one.
Let's see how we roll off. So, how many casualties have I got for that old Guard battalion, Charlie?
7.
Okay, so
they all have 7 now.
Right, every one of mine has 7. So I start with 5.
This one has 9.
I add. Only add 2.
But Dad, can I take? If you do even get through that combat, do not bring it in. It has 9 casualties. You'll definitely get a falter.
Yeah. All right.
So I wouldn't bring it in.
Yeah. Yeah. And actually, I should have taken a dice out too, because my support didn't have as many dice. It didn't have 7. It would have only had 6.
How many
Remember,
casualties?
you had 1 too many as well.
Oh, we didn't put the casualties on for me.
No, that's because the first one was on 8.
No, because the casualties from the last round. We didn't put it on to you. We only put it on to me.
Oh right, the 5.
Yeah, because I had.
Yeah, no, you did, because you took that one up to 8, because you put 2 onto the second one.
No, that one had 7.
We'll check the video.
But we only put 1.
I'll go back and check the video. Okay.
After this.
Yeah.
First.
Let's do. We'll come back in a second and we'll do the next video. Next combat. Okay, now on to the combat in the centre. I'm only on 5 dice because of casualties and assaulting a built-up area. Charlie's on 4. That's a pretty good roll.
2.
And I got 4. So I'm on 9 casualties now, Charlie.
Yeah.
And you're on 9 casualties. I've won by 2. I take the ground, you retreat.
But the thing is, I can take it back straight after.
You can take it back straight after, yeah.
But I don't think you should. I think you should actually. I'm not getting this one in second combat. It has 9 casualties too.
I know this. Although I've taken 2 villages, I've nearly destroyed the old Guard doing it. All right, let's move on. Right, if I'm extremely lucky, I might completely take the village this time.
Dice.
So I've now got Gerard's
don't you get time to take
1
it back?
battalion going in. Yeah, we got up to turn 10, so you can have a counter attack. And indeed, in the final old Guard attack, the Prussians did do a counter attack and take some of the village back before they were pushed out in the end. So I start with 5, but I lose 1 for a built-up area and I lose 1 for 7 casualties. So I've only got 3.
I just get 6 because I'm veteran.
You're veteran indeed, and I'm only regular. So not good for me, but this did allow my Guard to get into the other side of the village to stop this battalion being used as a support.
I need to get 5 casualties. I'll destroy that battalion.
So I caused 2.
Oh
my gosh.
I destroyed that battalion.
He's destroyed that battalion. That will be a falter test on Gerard's brigade. Right, and the final melee of this round. Yeah. So I've got a LAN. So up here...
You do have 6 casualties and I only have 1.
So I start with 5. I'm veterans, so I'm better than you. Okay, so for this combat, the Guard have 6 dice, Charlie has 4, because I'm meleeing with a LAN. Quite a good result. I've got 4 casualties. Charlie?
1.
Only 1.
But I don't really care because that's not really doing.
Although it might cause you to rout. I think it probably will, which will be a bit of a blow.
But the thing is, it doesn't really matter to me because it's.
You're not losing part of the village there. Alright, we'll just apply that result. Alright, we're just moving on to turn 6. Charlie's got a couple of falter tests to do, but we're rolling for ADCs, and I also have a falter test to do. So, I get 3 ADCs. I've not done well on my ADC rolls this turn. Charlie does
4.
better, he gets 4.
I'm going to put 2 on. I'm putting 2 on both battalions.
On both the faltering ones?
Yeah.
Alright.
Sadly enough, I can't do my artillery assault like I always do.
No.
But I still probably will destroy one.
I've got a falter test on my... Oh no, they retreated, didn't they? So I need 2 retreats.
I probably will still destroy that battalion there, so it's fine.
Alright, well, okay, I'll do ADCs and come back with activation. Alright, I'll do the rolls this time first. Okay, so starting with my middle guard, they've got a reroll, they're active. My old guard brigade is active.
Cavalry.
My cavalry brigade is active. Now, my falter test...
You just slapped the dice off the table.
And I just dropped my dice off the table. Alright, my faltering brigade, this is Gerard's brigade, it's got a reroll. Does a 2, we will definitely want to do a reroll. And it's a 1. Gerard's brigade is gone. Charlie's broken the first attacking brigade of the Prussians.
And probably the next ones will go like a domino effect.
And the others might go like dominoes, as he says. Alright, Charlie, your turn.
Oh god, definitely. They're literally doomed to die because they're...
Come on, Charlie. I know you're very confident. Let's roll for the French. Let's make sure you don't have 2 brigades disappearing yourself.
So my cavalry, active.
Yeah.
Artillery, active. My infantry here, active.
Okay, so all the critical ones are active.
I both get a reroll.
Now the falter.
A 4.
Okay, so 4, who's that for? The land there. That's a rally. So on a rally, retreating units, routed units disperse, so that you would lose that one that's running at the moment. Remove Falker markers, markers hesitant, brigades within 9 inches of formed enemy must step back. So you'll have to pull back a little bit, but you're
I'm fine with that because it'll all be still alive.
Okay, and then Lutzow's brigade. 2, reroll. 1! Lutzow's brigade's gone. Alright, there was only 1 battalion left, but that does mean that that part of the village is probably safely in French hands.
But then I could take this one back. That's
you could do. Alright, let's move those units. Alright, rolling for ADCs in turn... Which turn are we in, Charlie?
Turn 6.
Okay. Oh no, we've done it, haven't we?
Yes, I'm rolling for initiative.
Initiative, yeah.
If I do destroy your old guard, I think I will win.
You've got 1 hesitant brigade, so you're -1.
Yeah.
And I'm nothing.
I think -1 because you lost a brigade.
Yeah, I would have thought I must be -1. 8. 5.
It wouldn't do anything. So
okay.
Charges?
So my charges.
I don't think you really want to charge anything out.
We'll see. Okay, so not much charges in turn 7. I think I am just charging
I am charging.
Oh, no, I'm just saying, I'm charged my middle guard against another Landwehr unit in the centre. I think I'm going to leave the rest of my guard where they are at the moment and will consolidate and do a bit of redeployment in movement. Charlie, are you doing some charges?
Yep, I'm charging them in.
Alright, okay, and are these... yes, you don't have infantry assault though, do you?
That one, I want to keep him in.
No, I meant you can't use them as support for the attack.
They have 9 casualties.
Yeah, you probably don't want to.
And these are elite too, and they probably will destroy you if you have 9 casualties.
Alright, let's do our defensive fire then. So I will fire...
do you get -2 dice because of casualties?
Yeah, we need to have a look at the tables. Hang on a second.
Okay, it's the same for skirmishers. So you would...
We will have a look. Yes, so I only get 1 dice. It's not great. And I don't do anything. Alright, your defensive volley from your Landwehr.
And they are normal, regular, 8. Regular battalion.
That's 3 casualties on the guard.
Oh, that's good.
Quite a good result.
On 4. You're on 4, so it's like you're having this one.
Yeah, okay, so you automatically charge in. We've now got to do a charge resolution over there. I am on infantry assault, so I do have a reroll if I need it.
No, you're not on infantry assault.
Yes, both my guard brigades are on infantry assault.
No, but where is it?
Yeah, no, but I did. They both did.
Okay.
Okay, so...
No, I do get a... Oh no.
You don't get a reroll.
My cat falls.
So I get 3. Probably will go for that reroll. I think
10.
even with my reroll,
What?
And I've got 3 again.
I got
Okay,
10.
that's not great. I don't
So,
think we'll try very hard here.
You got -1. That's 2.
Yeah, and then I add 1 for being veteran.
Remember the time when you got a -1 in your
So
result?
I've lost by 6. I retreat and take 1d3 casualties.
Remember the time you got a
That was terrible. 2 casualties and they fall back.
Remember the time when you got 10 -1? It's the same result.
No, because you're not superior volley. You're a standard volley. So that's 3 casualties and a discipline test.
2, 3 discipline test and -2.
They're fine.
Down form though. They're going to shoot again, those guys.
What, on the other side of the village?
Yeah. Then,
Okay.
you have 7 casualties.
Okay.
8.
Yeah.
Standard volley.
Standard volley. 8 is 3 casualties. Wow, that's a bit bad.
They're on 10.
Okay.
I could destroy them right now, but I'm going to go for the old guard because they're more painful. Because I want to get a voltage test on them. You should that battery at that built up area. I do get a -2, but I could destroy a battalion.
So -1 and then halved. 6 -1 is 5. Halved is nothing.
Okay. Oh, I have artillery assault.
No, you don't, because you use them all on your filter test.
Oh, 11.
That's better. So -1 is 10, so that's 1 casualty and a discipline test.
They have 9.
Okay, so that's a test at -2. They're fine.
I'm going to fire those guys at them. They get a -2, but hopefully... Oh, they do nothing.
That's nothing. No, they were on minus loads because they got loads of casualties.
Oh, but I think this is the one what's going to break.
I think that's all you're firing down. Everything else
Charges. This is
charges.
the charges.
All right. So I have 5 dice. I'm elite, and I'm 1 morale grade better. But I've taken
9 casualties.
9 casualties, so I lose 2. So I've got 5 dice.
Okay.
Oh, and yes, you lose 1 for assaulting a built-up area. So you get 4, 5.
But +1 because I'm a veteran.
No, because I'm better than you. How many casualties has that unit got?
0.
All right. Okay. So 4 dice for you, 5 for me.
Wait, if I do 3 casualties, do I instantly take it?
Well, you wiped me out, so yeah, I think so. No way!
I definitely...
I think you might just get back into the village.
Yeah. Oh, with a 3 too, they're gone.
My gosh, so that's a filter test on the old guard. Okay, so Charlie is feeling a little bit perky here. Could you shut the door to the living room, Charlie? ADCs, we both only get... You shut it so it doesn't... We don't hear the telly.
You only have 4.
4 for each. At last, I get some ADCs. 3 ADCs for me.
I get 2. I'm putting
All right,
1
so I
on.
have to put 2 on the old guard. And I'm going to put 1 on the middle guard. Okay. What did you get, Charlie?
I got 2, so I'm just putting them 1 on my artillery and 1. So the artillery doesn't have to shoot straight forwards. So I can get another voltage test on you, so.
All right, okay, so I'll start. Rolling for my old guard, filter test.
2.
Roll again. 4. Okay, so I think that's all right, because it's an elite brigade. With a 4, gets obey orders. So I just carry on, no adverse consequences.
Because you're fighting infantry troops, don't you fall back?
No, because I've got obey orders, not
okay,
rally.
So,
and then my middle guard, who've got a reroll, they're all right. And then my cavalry are all right. So I'm all active.
Me.
And my initiative will be 7.
So my middle brigade, active. My artillery, active. My
Cavalry?
Falters.
Hesitant rather. And your landwehr.
They're not faltering this.
Okay, so 2 hesitant brigades, so -2, Charlie?
Yep.
Okay, French have the initiative in turn 8.
Turn 8, yes.
Right, so we've just completed movement. We finally have got the French cuirassiers round the flank and into the rear of the village and potentially across the bridge and exploiting the rear of the Prussian lines. Charlie was able to, because I didn't spot it, move his heavily damaged...
You wouldn't have been able to get in anyway. You couldn't have charged in anyway.
I could have charged your infantry unit.
No, because you'd have to go through the village.
Yeah, no, I could have charged them with the old guard grenadiers.
Oh, yeah.
So I've redeployed my guard grenadiers into line to start exchanging fire with Charlie. I've withdrawn a very damaged guard grenadier battalion over there, and Charlie's basically remained in place. So now we move on with firing in turn 8. Okay, so the 2 old guard battalions are volleying Charlie in the village.
both get
so
-2.
they're both at -2, both inferior volleys because they moved, but we are elite, so they do get a combat dice, so I'll get 2 combat dice at the end.
Both are horrific.
Both with horrific casualties, so that'll do nothing. The other one, 8.
It will do nothing. -2.
-1.
No, -2. It has 9 casualties.
Okay, so that takes it down to 6. -1 for cover is 5. So that's less than 1 casualty. But I do get 2 combat dice because I'm elites.
And
that's 1 casualty on that battalion in the village. That one there. The Fusiliers.
Okay.
The one on the right.
We could do that one because he's...
Okay, then I've got another inferior volley from my battalion that's facing the land there. That's 8. Right, how many casualties has the other one got, Charlie? No, the one in the middle.
5.
Okay, so that's -1, so that's a 7. That's an inferior volley, that's 1 casualty against the land there.
Now we'll shoot the other one.
And we'll shoot the other one. They're only on 2 now.
Okay. This one?
And then we'll fire the other one.
-2.
-2.
It's got 8 casualties.
That's nothing, but he does get a... No, he's not an elite, doesn't he? So he doesn't get a casualty dice. So that's it. So pretty ineffective. Charlie, your return fire from the...
So I'm going to get this...
Oh, and I'm going to fire my counter-battery fire from my artillery. Ooh.
Oh, okay, that would be a 12.
And it's a 12. I rolled it again. I did.
You didn't... I didn't see it, though.
I did roll it. It just landed there as you bent over to pick it up, the other one up. So that's 3 casualties in a discipline test. And it will do a destiny test. So I'm lucky this is 2 destiny tests on Charlie. On the artillery battery, it does a 5. Recover 1 casualty.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought it'd be that.
But you won't be able to do artillery assault anymore with that battery.
I'm fine.
Okay, you're firing, Charlie.
So I'm going to shoot this battery at that built-up area. Actually, no, I might shoot these skirmishers first.
Okay.
1 casualty, then 1 10. It means you 2. I roll more dice. Yeah, he's gone.
Oh my gosh, was that from both of those infantry battalions in the villages?
I'm going to fire this artillery gun at them. 6.
Who are you firing at, Charlie?
Them.
Oh, what, into the built-up area?
That
won't do anything.
Next one.
Nothing. No, that won't do anything.
So,
and then you've got your 2 Landwehr battalions that can fire.
This one's going to fire.
Okay, I am in cover.
But that is...
A 7.
That's 8. It'd be -1, 7, yeah?
Why is it... What, you rolled an 8, yeah?
-1,
I'm in
7.
cover because I'm behind the hedge.
Yeah, that's what it says -1,
Which
7.
is 7, yeah. That's 2 casualties.
They have 7 now.
Okay, and
This
then the other one?
Does not count as cover because...
It does because I'm behind the fence. You get it too. Nothing. So that's fire discipline. Alright, so another pretty disastrous turn for the guard. We've now lost half the guard. And I think we might be pretty much at the end of the game. We'll see. We've got a force test for the guard. We will do that in turn 9. Right, turn 9 ADCs. For the French. We get 3. We'll have to put 2 on the old guard.
The Prussians?
And 1 on the middle guard.
Oh, we got all of them.
No, you haven't. You've got 3. Lift your hand up. One of them's 2.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to put all of them on my artillery
battery. He's going to try and do another artillery attack to wipe out another guard battalion, isn't he?
What are they in close range? Just right in front of each other.
Yeah,
probably.
but my cavalry will have disappeared off the table into the rear of the Prussian lines, so we won't worry about moving them. Because you've put all your units in buildings now, so there's not really much for them to do. Right, let's do some falter tests. Right, starting with my old guard, I do have a re-roll, 5. They are still rallied. Roll for activation for my middle guard. Hesitant, active. And then for my cavalry brigade, active. Alright, so I'm active.
The British
Charlie.
and the Prussians, cavalry up there, active. Landwehr, active. Centre, active. Last thing, artillery.
Hesitant.
Active.
Did you put a re-roll on the artillery? Yeah. Alright, and then my initiative is 5. 2.
Oh my god.
1 last turn for the French. We'll have a think. We might call it, or we might do a charge. Right, this is really it. This is the last throw of the dice. We've got 3 more assaults by the guard. Yeah, need to do some defensive fire.
2 casualties.
2 casualties on that guard battalion.
You both get -2 now.
Oh no. Alright. Well, the middle guard have charged in the left-hand village.
That would probably not support, because it won't go backwards into one.
Yeah, I agree. and then 2 old guard battalions have assaulted the other remaining village. So the French could capture all of Ligny this turn.
Wait, can
I think it is actually much more likely that Charlie is going to destroy the guard. All right, so we start with 5 dice for the old guard. The one that's attacking here, why has it got 10 casualties, Charlie?
I just shot once and it had 9.
No, it had 6.
It had 9.
All right, well I'll attack with this one. We'll put the extra one on that one.
You already chose it.
I thought it was 9.
You already chose it, Dad.
Okay, we'll do it. We'll do it. I was going to do it with the one with the least casualties. I thought it was 6.
You get,
I was looking at it like that.
You get -2.
So I get 5.
Way round.
I'm elite and I grade better than you.
-2 for casualties and you're charging a built-up area, so -3.
In fact, you're veterans here now, aren't you?
Yeah.
So it's only 7 and then -2 for casualties. So I'm on 5. How many casualties you got, Charlie?
1.
1. And I lose another one because it's a built-up area, so I'm only on 4. This is going to have to be lucky for the French. I do 4 casualties.
And I
do 3.
4.
4. So the guard...
2, 3...
4.
13 casualties.
The guard are gone.
Can we just get these guys? Would he be dead too, probably?
He wouldn't be dead too, but because I won't assault a second round.
Should we do next?
Let's do the young guard, the middle guard. 5 casualties.
Do I get plus? We're same
You're
morale,
veterans,
same
same morale. I lose 1 for the built-up area.
Yeah, -2 for casualties.
How many have you got?
I haven't got 1.
There's just no point me charging.
Just do it. You told me. You already said.
All right. No casualties.
Cool, 8 casualties. I destroyed it.
It's all over. The guard have collapsed. The Prussians have held Ligny.
Even if you did win, it'll be a pure victory. We would strip the whole guard near the whole middle guard.
Napoleon is ashamed of the performance of his guard. The remaining regiments are stripped of their honours. This really would not be a great prelude to Waterloo. Anyway, thank you, Charlie. Brilliant game. A hugely, what looked like, overwhelmed Prussian force has held on, defended the village, and done really creditably.
Probably won't withdraw too, because...
And well, no need to withdraw.
Yeah.
So,
even if you did hold, the cavalry will just leave eventually, because they'll get bored. And the
right.
infantry will just get killed.
Anyway, hope everyone enjoyed that game. It was nice to see the guard on the table. Hopefully I'll get them to win one day. Cheers, everyone.
And my 1 billionth
We'll just do a final flyby.
And this is my 1 billionth win.
Cheers, everyone. See you next time.